Hello guys and welcome to a new video. So I am very excited as today we will be reviewing none other than Hit, the assassin from Universe 6. So this guy, honestly, I wasn't really initially intending on picking up this S.H.Figuarts, but two things happened. First and foremost, I have been playing Sparking Zero like nonstop, and this guy has become my main. I really enjoy playing Hit. I think he's a very well-rounded character, and I think he's like a great counter to the toxic kids that spam MUI Goku. But anyways, I really enjoy playing him. And then I just thought the figure was cool, and I figured he'd go great in my Dragon Ball Super display. So I went on eBay, and I found a great deal, and I picked him up, and it all just kind of worked out. So anyways, with that being said, very excited to review this character. I was first exposed to him, obviously, in the Universe 6 tournament when he fought Goku. And then having read through the manga iteration of it, I think they did a lot better job of showing off Hit. But anyways, as a whole, I think he's a very cool character. In fact, he's probably going to surpass Piccolo as my favorite non-Saiyan character. But with all that being said, let's take a look at the packaging, and then we'll bust it open and take a look at the figure itself. So starting off on the front here, you have the typical S.H.Figuarts packaging with the clear panel to show off the figure, as well as his name here, and then another panel here showing off the figure itself. Then here on the bottom, we have a few of the little stickers to prove its authentication here with the little Tamashii sticker there, which look out, guys. If your figure does not have this, it's a bootleg. Then we have Dragon Ball Super, Tamashii, Bandai, Funimation, all the different licenses and companies. On the side here, we have a few more panels showing off Hit. Then on the back, we have this little like collage of different poses that you can throw Hit in with some few comments there. So you guys can go ahead and pause if you want to read that. On the top, we have another clear panel showing off Hit's head. On the side, another clear panel. And then on the bottom, one final panel to show off Hit doing like a karate chop. So with that being said, let's bust him out of the packaging. Alrighty, so taking a look at him here in the clamshell, you can see the different accessories he comes with. So let's take it out of the clamshell, and then we'll take a closer look. So first, look at the figure here. Here he is, brand new. You can tell with the little wrap there that he has. Let's remove that. So immediate impressions off the figure and off the first looks. I really love the guy. I think he looks cool. Pause. But anyways, he does look really cool. And I think he has a really cool, unique design. I like the armor piece he has there. That kind of shows off. Let me just turn up the brightness there without blinding everybody. Alrighty, so as I was saying, I really do like his armor piece there. It looks like he has like a freaking, what is this, an 8-pack? It's insane. Looking at the back of the figure, sculpted all around. You know, that typical S.H.Figuarts quality. Now, one disclaimer I will say about this guy. I have heard that he has very weak wrist pegs, and they're prone to snapping, especially when you're attaching this piece here. So, what I did is I ordered D-Star 01, or D-Star Toys, like, replacement pegs. So, I'll throw a picture here, and I'll also include a link in the description of below where you can pick it up for yourself. But basically, D-Star actually produced a replacement peg that's stronger, so you don't have to worry about this peg snapping whenever you're popping the hand off and putting on different hands or popping on this effect piece. But with that being said, let's take a look at the accessories. So here we have the skirt piece with his hands in the pocket, which we will take a look at in a moment because I'm probably going to have him displayed with that hands in pocket pose, kind of like there on the box here. But anyways, very much looking forward to that. Then we have the head. So the first head we have here is this like grunting fighting head. Sorry. Then we also have this screaming head, which I will say that these heads were done very well, and I think that they really captured Hit and that animated look extremely well. And then last but not least, we have this head here where he's kind of serious, stern, but he has like a bit of like a frown. So now that I've organized everything off to the side, here is the energy piece. So you simply just get the clear clip here, which you'll attach to his forearm. And then you have a little hole there to attach this clear peg. And then boom, there's the energy piece, which we'll look at on the figure later. Then you have another chest part. So what I'm seeing here is that this chest piece is like more narrow or something. I guess comparing the two chest pieces, This one, I guess on the top is wider. I don't know. I'm trying to see the difference here. There's not really much of a visible difference. But plugging it in here, I guess, yeah, this chest piece is more narrow. Maybe what I'm assuming this chest piece is for is maybe because if his chest is too wide, it limits his mobility here on the arms, if I had to guess, as to where when he had this chest piece here, it's more narrow, so it lets him have more range of mobility. I'm assuming that's it because looking at the instruction manual here, it does say that this interchangeable part is breast part narrow. So that would have to be my assumption. If you guys know, please comment down below. But I'm going to just leave him with the chest piece he came with because it looks, I guess, more broad. I don't know. His skirt just kept falling off, so I'm going to just leave him there in his undies. But then moving on to the next set of hands, we have kind of these open palm here, which are pretty nice. Then you have these. So this is so he can do that fighting stance. Kind of puts his hands up like that to fight. Then he has two open hands that are kind of for like key blast. Which I don't know if it's me, but he seems to have like really small hands. I don't know. Then he has another two open palm. These are kind of like karate chop though. With his fingers together. And then last but not least, he has an open palm hand here, but with a bit of a curled fingertip. And I'm assuming this is here to put for this energy piece. So having reattached the skirt piece here, let's just take a quick look at the articulation on this figure. So pretty much from the torso up, you have the typical S.H.Figuarts articulation. You have the ball joint here on the chest, so you can pretty much move it forward and back about that much. Has a good crunch. Side to side, not really. Then here on the waist, ball joint, so it pretty much moves 360 degrees. Then here on the shoulder pad, if you're wondering how those are connected, they're actually connected to the shoulder itself. I don't know if you can see the little clip mechanism there, but that allows it to be able to move up without being hindered by the shoulder piece, which I think that's really ingenious. Then you have that really cool double jointed elbow. And then I'm going to be gentle here with the wrist because, again, like I said, it has notorious for having these stiff wrist pegs. I'm going to do it with this one too, loosen up a little bit. The belt fell off, or the waist fell off again, which we'll talk about in a moment because that's one thing about this figure that's pretty annoying. But yeah, that's about it for the upper torso. And then, of course, the head, which, by the way, here is his normal head, normal face. But the head is on a ball joint. So now for the legs, that is one thing about this figure. Yes, you can move it out all the way, but look what happens when you close it. It's just going to fall off. To show you here with the right. Now, this one stayed in, so I guess that's what it's intended to do. But I don't know why for this right skirt here. And I call it right because, as you can see, it has an R there. So I'm assuming right because they were looking at it from the backside. But anyways, this right skirt doesn't seem to stay in. I don't mind too much because I don't really plan on like messing around too much with this guy. I'm going to get him in one display or pose and then kind of just leave him like that. But anyways, that's just one little disclaimer, or I guess another disclaimer about this guy, other than the wrist pegs, that his skirt may be prone to falling off. But so I could show you guys the legs. Here it is, all the typical articulation, a little butterfly joint there, a swivel right there on the thigh, double jointed knees, articulated ankles, and then a little, I guess, a hinge there at the toe. So, again, like I said, typical S.H.Figuarts with a bunch of articulation. So, now I want to take a look at him with these on. I already went ahead and attached this skirt piece to the right, or I guess our left. But I wanted to show you guys the wrist here. So, one thing I've seen is that since it's so stiff, you're putting on so much pressure to that little sliver of plastic that it tends to just snap right off. So, just a little warning there, but I'm going to go ahead and attach this piece on camera here. So what I go ahead and do is I just make sure I put the pressure on going this way, so it's putting more pressure on the forearm than the piece itself. And then once I do that, I just kind of adjust the arm so I can feed the skirt piece into the little peg hole on the side there. Then once it goes in, boom. And since it's being held up by the wrists, it doesn't really need to go in entirely. But if you want it to look seamless, I would try to feed it in there entirely. But there it is. Now, I'm most definitely going to keep Hit in this pose. I think that this is his coolest pose. Honestly, in my opinion, I think that he looks super badass when he's walking around with his hands in his pocket. So there it is. want it to be a little lopsided there. Of course, I'm probably going to mess around afterwards and get it to be perfect. Here's what it looks like in hand. Really, really badass. I really recommend picking this guy up if you want to add it to your Dragon Ball Super display. I really do think it would elevate your collection, and it's just another cool character to have. So for a quick size comparison, here I have him next to the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie Gohan, or the one I customized. So check out my previous video if you haven't. But he is pretty tall, honestly. Like, he's pretty big, even with Gohan and his spiky hair. And with Gohan standing as upright as possible, he still has an inch or two over Gohan. So this guy is pretty tall, which I'm pretty sure is canon. So again, if you guys know, please leave a comment in the comment section down below if I am wrong. But there it is. Really, really cool. So here I have him in a super cool pose, utilizing that orb effect. So like I said earlier, you just kind of clip it here, I guess to his wrist. And then there you go. It looks pretty seamless. And then here he is with the Gohan. Imagine if they were facing off. But yeah, I really, really like this figure. I really do recommend picking it up if you can find it for an affordable price. But with that being said, thank you all for watching. Please subscribe and stay tuned for some more reviews, as I have some figures coming in the mail. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say who, when, maybe within the next week or so. But just stay tuned for that, guys. Anyways, take care and be safe. Peace.